It's a fine day to be a consumer today because, as I'm sure you saw by the title, and I'm sure you've seen elsewhere, the horrible, nightmare-inducing Sonic design for the Sonic movie is going to be changed. Yay! Hello again, fellow friends, and welcome back to this tweet reaction video. Bit odd, bit strange, but Jeff Fowler, the director of the upcoming Sonic film, scheduled to be released in November, put out a tweet, and let's have a look at it, shall we? This was, when was this? 2nd of May. So yeah, this was late last night. And it says, thank you for the support and the criticism. The message is loud and clear. You aren't happy with the design and you want changes. It's going to happen. Everyone at Paramount and Sega are fully committed to making this character the best he can be. Hashtag Sonic movie. Hashtag gotta fix fast. I like that because, there's that gotta go fast is, I guess, Sonic's catchphrase. I've never played a game where he said it. Maybe it was from one of the American TV shows. But gotta go fast became like a thing related to Sonic. So gotta fix fast. I see what you did there. Clever. It's not that clever, but still, I see what you did. And they do have to fix fast because the film comes out in November. So they got a lot of CGI to fix. So there's that. Now, before I heard this news, last night I was like, you know what? Maybe there's a way this could all be secretly brilliant. And now that's been blown out of the water by this news. But what I cooked up a theory. I didn't even cook it up. It just occurred to me. I was watching the trailer again, and there's a part in the trailer where Sonic said, he said, like right at the beginning, he's like, gotta go fast, and then he starts running, and then just like vanishes. I think, or thought, that he doesn't originate from this realm. He originates from his own dimension, and he can dimension hop if he runs fast enough, that sort of thing. And I thought, okay, so what if that's just how he looks in this dimension? Because this dimension is realistic, and his dimension is like cartoony-ish. Because you saw at the end of the trailer, Dr. Robotnik looking like Dr. Robotnik, and there's giant mushrooms everywhere, and it looks kind of cartoony, and I'm like, okay, that looks like the mushroom, you'd have to assume it's the Mushroom Hill Zone from the beginning of Sonic & Knuckles. And I'm wondering if the reason why his clothes are all tattered and his mustache is all frizzled is because he did an experiment using Sonic's power that he got somehow from his quills or whatever, and that's him having broken through into the other dimension. And now he just looks like that, maybe. I mean, maybe if there was an explosion, it would create the weird mustache, and maybe it blew all his hair off. I don't fucking know. But I thought, how cool would that be? And then that would explain why Sonic looks pig ugly in the trailers and stuff, because they're not showing us his dimension yet. And in his dimension, he'll look like Sonic, or at least more like Sonic. He'll still have to be furry and stuff, because they've got the quills and whatever. But that theory is all blown out of the water, because now they're like, no, it wasn't a ruse. We weren't trying to switch and bait you, or bait and switch you, by making him look hideous, but then reveal his true form. No, that is what he was going to look like. And now we've realized that you hate it, because it is hate-worthy. And I ask again, Jeff Fowler, and anyone else that works at Paramount and Sega, who saw that Sonic design and went, yes, thumbs up, proceed with that as the design. Who made that decision? Because right now they're probably going, ugh. Actually, it's a big corporation. They're probably rolling in some sort of bonus. Hey, you created publicity by accident. Bonus. I don't know. So, good news, great news. Potentially, because, I mean, we don't know that they're going to make it better, do we? They just said it's going to change. And if they thought what we saw in that trailer, if they thought that was acceptable, who knows what else they think is acceptable. But this is brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant, because basically they showed something and everyone went, you fucking what? Basically, similar reactions to mine. Everyone was like, that's horrible. It's awful. It looks nothing like Sonic. It's so wrong on every level. It's more wrong than it is right. It's so wrong. And now they're like, oh, they really didn't like it. Okay, maybe we should change it. Which is brilliant, because I never would have expected that, because it's like big corporations. I would have expected them to just go, well, it's done. The film's basically done. We just got to do some editing, maybe add some special effects in and stuff like that. Changing his, like, I don't know how much Sonic is in the film. You would hope a lot, because the name of the film is his name. So I'd imagine they've got a lot of work to do to get it ready for November. Maybe they'll delay the film. I don't know. Probably not. The weird thing is, all the marketing promotional material has all got that horrible design on it. So, like, have they wasted all that money on posters and toys and mugs and all these things with that horrible design on it? Is that just money down the drain? This is why it blows my mind that they're saying we're going to change his design, because I'm like, this late? That's going to cost you so much money, and you're a company. That's all you care about. But no, like, respect to Jeff Fowler, because he obviously saw the criticism and he was like, you know what? This has to be done right. They look, they know it ain't right. So we'll just accept it's not right and we'll make changes. I like that. That is awesome. That is good news. That's your good news of the day. So, I don't know. I was kind of looking forward to seeing the film because of how awful it's going to be. And honestly, I've seen people shitting all over every aspect of that trailer, and I did my fair part. Don't get like, I was crapping on Jim Carrey not looking like Dr. Robotnik, and then at the end they show him looking like Dr. Robotnik, and I'm like, man, I hope he doesn't go through 90% of the film looking like not Robotnik or Ronotnik that I just thought of, trademark Harperlarp. He's going to spend the first 90 minutes of this 91 question mark minute film looking like Ronotnik, and then that's fucking brilliant, and then he's going to look like Robotnik, and then credits. I think that's going to happen. Hopefully it won't. But I loved Ace Ventura, right? And I didn't find Jim Carrey funny at all in that trailer. But I did find him to be Ace Ventura-ish. Like, he's this is classic Carrey. And I loved Ace Ventura. So if I don't look at it as Jim Carrey playing Dr. Robotnik, if I look at it as Ace Ventura pretending to be Dr. Robotnik, that'll make it a whole lot better. So I'm looking forward to Jim Carrey. I like they haven't given much about the story, but there's this potential dimension hopping that could be happening. But there's also, I like the idea that, because at first I was like, okay, so they pick up his quill, and it's got like some sort of charge, and I was like, why? What is this? And then I realized, what does Dr. Robotnik like to do with animals? He likes to put them into build robot cases around them, and turn them into slaves, using them as a power source for the machines. And I was like, how does that work? Well, if you've got a quill that gives off energy, presumably an unlimited amount, he's going to want to put Sonic in a machine to power the machine, which is straight up Robotnik's MO. So I'm like, okay, if that's the angle they're going with it, I like that. You know, Robotnik actually, not just, I want to conquer the world. He's like, oh, I'm putting animals in robots, mate. That's what I do. Trust me, it'll be funny when I'm an old man. So that's good. I'm looking forward to this now. Not ironically either anymore. Before I was like, oh, it looks, oh man, it doesn't. The film looks kind of good, but his design was just the thing that was holding me back. And I'm not saying, oh, I'm expecting it to be a brilliant film, because like the comedy doesn't really seem very comical. But I understand. Even though I'm a Sonic fan, I'm not the target audience for the film. It's clearly for kids. You know, when he's got like Sonic in the duffel bag and they're like, you got a child in there? Fuck off, just show me Sonic doing cool stuff. Which it looks like he will be, as long as they change that design. Because it looks like a muscular child wearing Sonic's skin, and that's terrifying. So yeah, that's about that, basically. That's all I have to say about that, as Forrest Gump once said. And I will say peace. And, what's that other thing I used to say? What's that thing I usually say after peace? Oh yeah, I've got a Discord now called Free Chicken Grease.